There is a version of you that never stubbed a toe, never burned a finger on a stove, never felt a paper cut sting for an hour after it happened. Never once, in an entire lifetime, felt a headache, a bruise, a broken bone. Most people hear that and think, superpower, unbreakable, untouchable, a body nothing can hurt. They're wrong. And the truth is far darker than that. In 2006, in a poor neighborhood in northern Pakistan, a 10-year-old boy became a local spectacle. He performed on the street for money, and his act was simple. He walked barefoot across burning coals. He drove knives through the skin of his own arms in front of crowds. He never flinched. He never cried. He never bled the way you'd expect someone to bleed when they're afraid. He wasn't faking it. He couldn't feel any of it. Word of the boy reached a team of geneticists at Cambridge University, led by a researcher named Geoffrey Woods. And what they found when they studied him would end up rewriting an entire field of medicine. But first, they found out how the boy died. He never made it to his 14th birthday. Not from the knives, not from the coals. He died jumping off the roof of a building. Because as far as his body had ever told him, nothing could hurt him. Nothing ever had. Woods and his team tracked down the boy's extended family. 3 related households, all in the same region of Pakistan. Inside them, 6 living relatives who had the exact same condition. Not one of them in their entire lives had ever felt pain. Not during childbirth, not during a broken arm, not once. In 2006, the team published their findings in the journal Nature, and the answer came down to a single gene, SCN9A. That gene builds a tiny gate in your nerve cells called NaV1.7, and its only job is to let pain signals through, to carry the message from your skin to your spinal cord to your brain that says something is wrong here. In this family, a mutation had broken that gate completely. Not damaged, not weakened, broken. The wire between injury and brain had been cut since before they were born. But that was only the first strange thing, because the same gate that carries pain also carries something else entirely: smell. NaV 1.7 sits in your nose too, in the neurons that let you catch the scent of smoke or rain or bread baking 2 rooms away. And in every person with this mutation, that sense was gone as well. They couldn't smell a thing. Pain and scent, it turns out, run through the exact same door in the nervous system. Shut that door, and you lose both. And you'd never guess the two had anything to do with each other at all. That was the science. What came next was the horror. Because it turns out a life without pain isn't a gift. It's a body with no alarm system, moving through a world that is still perfectly capable of destroying it. Children with this condition often chew through their own tongues and fingertips as infants while they're teething because nothing tells them to stop. Some families have their baby teeth removed early just to prevent it. Broken bones go unnoticed for weeks, healing crooked, because nothing hurts enough to say something's wrong, and the joints slowly grind themselves apart from injuries that were never treated. Appendicitis, one of the most painful conditions a human body can experience, can quietly turn fatal, because the one symptom that would normally send you to a hospital never announces itself. Their eyes take damage too. Pain is what makes you blink when something irritates your cornea, and without it, that reflex never fires. Most people with this condition don't survive much past their 20s or 30s, not because they're fragile, because nothing ever warned them. And that's the part that reframes everything. Pain was never your enemy. It was your teacher. Every wince you've ever felt, every flinch, every moment you pulled your hand back before you even decided to, has been quietly training you your entire life on what to avoid. That boy on the roof wasn't reckless because he was fearless. He was reckless because his brain had never once been punished for misjudging danger. Not one single time in 10 years of living. So what's actually protecting you every single day? Is it your skin? Your bones? Or is it simply your capacity to suffer a little, on purpose, exactly when you need to? Here's where it gets stranger still. The very same gene, SCN9A, can break in the opposite direction. Instead of shutting the gate, a different mutation jams it wide open. People with this version don't feel too little pain, they feel too much. It's called paroxysmal extreme pain disorder, and patients describe attacks triggered by something as small as a sneeze, or a bowel movement, or brushing against fabric, and they describe the sensation as being dipped in boiling lava. One gene, two mutations. One erases suffering entirely. The other manufactures more of it than most humans could endure. For 20 years, that contradiction sat at the center of pain research, because if one tiny switch could turn pain completely off in a living, healthy human being, then maybe medicine could learn to flip that switch on purpose, without the addiction and the fog that comes with opioids. In January of 2025, that idea finally became a pill. The FDA approved the first new class of non-opioid pain medication in over 2 decades, a drug that quiets a related pain channel in the body without ever touching the brain the way morphine does. It traces its scientific lineage directly back to a 10-year-old boy who once put knives through his own arms in front of a crowd, and never understood why everyone else seemed so afraid. One gene, one microscopic switch sitting inside a strand of DNA in every one of your cells. Flip it one way, and a person walks through fire without a scream. Flip it the other way, and a sneeze feels like drowning in lava. And somewhere in the middle, exactly where that switch sits in you right now, is the only thing standing between your body and a world that would happily destroy it without asking permission. Pain isn't the thing that's trying to hurt you. It never was. It's the only thing that's ever tried to save you.